Have you ever wondered what truly makes someone feel desired, not just touched, but deeply seen, understood, and connected? Why some nights feel unforgettable while others fade away into silence? Welcome to Stoicism Drive, where we dive beneath the surface of pleasure, exploring the psychology and depth behind human connection. Stay until the end, because this video isn't just about pleasure, it's about presence. We'll explore surprising facts, emotional insights, and powerful techniques that can help men last longer, connect deeper, and understand women in a way most people never do. And if you value authentic conversations about love and desire, take a moment to hit subscribe and ring the bell for updates. Your support keeps this channel growing and helps us bring honesty back into discussions about intimacy. Now, let's begin with something many people never talk about openly. Every woman experiences desire differently. Some are ignited by emotional closeness, others by physical rhythm, some by subtle energy that builds over time. But what truly surprises most men is how small details, like where you kiss, how you breathe, or even how much water you drink, can completely change her experience. For instance, women with larger breasts sometimes feel less comfortable during intimacy, not because of insecurity, but because men may climax faster. It shortens the dance, shifts the connection. And here's something most men overlook. A soft kiss on the stomach can sometimes awaken more passion than 1,000 kisses on the neck. Why? Because it's unexpected, tender, and intimate. It shows care, not just desire. During a woman's period, many men step away, but a surprising number of women still crave affection then. Gentle neck kisses, soft touches, warm whispers, they remind her she's still loved, still beautiful. Research even shows that about 40% of women believe nipple stimulation should start foreplay. It calms anxiety and invites relaxation. Hydration matters too. Being hydrated increases circulation, heightening sensitivity. It's the science of simple things that most couples overlook. And here's another layer. When blindfolds or light sensory play are introduced, something profound happens. Deprived of sight, the body becomes a map of electric sensations. Each touch becomes a whisper, each breath a promise. But intimacy isn't a performance, it's communication. Improving in bed takes humility, patience, and genuine curiosity. No one is born knowing how to please another, it's a skill shaped by trust. When a man truly loves a woman, he naturally speaks about her with pride. Not to show off, but because admiration becomes effortless. And when a woman falls deeply for a man, her tone softens, her laughter changes, she becomes warmth itself. During climax, the heart can race up to 180 beats per minute, a physical storm of emotion and energy. Yet, only about 18% of women can climax without stimulation, proving how much emotional safety and connection matter. That's the essence of intimacy, it's both science and soul. Clitoral stimulation helps nearly 80% of women reach orgasm, yet only 20% of women own a toy to explore their bodies. Those who do often report higher self-confidence, better understanding of their needs, and deeper satisfaction with their partners. And no matter how much experimentation you try, one timeless position remains a favorite, missionary. Why? Because it allows eye contact, emotional depth, and physical synchrony. Still, standing intimacy can extend pleasure and create unique sensations that deepen climax. A small but vital note, natural lubricants like saliva can increase sensation. But they should be used carefully. Safety and comfort always come before experimentation. In the US alone, over 600 cases of choking during sex have been reported, reminding us that thrill without mindfulness can lead to danger. Control is power, not dominance, but awareness. If you want to last longer, pay attention to rhythm and position. Avoiding the doggy style can sometimes help men maintain control longer, while focusing on her pleasure first builds anticipation and balance. Among the top experiences women describe as unforgettable are face-to-face intimacy with eye contact. Gentle clitoral stimulation with or without a vibrator. And mindful oral pleasure, where time seems to stop and the focus is pure giving. But even in giving, be gentle. Overstimulation of the clitoris can cause pain or numbness. It's a sensitive organ that needs rest. Just like a man does after climax. Think of intimacy like music. It's not about constant sound, but the pauses that make the rhythm beautiful. Physically, the clitoris reacts like the male organ. It fills with blood, throbs, and awakens with both mental and tactile stimulation. Oral sex remains one of the most common fantasies among both men and women. But the real key is presence, enjoying it without pressure or performance. When your mind lets go of expectation, the body naturally follows. The speed of sensation from skin to brain? Nearly 230 kilometers per hour. That's how fast the body responds to touch. And interestingly, women born around late May, according to one playful study, tend to be more adventurous with experimentation. But beyond astrology and statistics, what truly matters is respect and curiosity. If you're still watching, type 1 in the comments. It tells me you're still here. Still learning, still curious. Some women, surprisingly, prefer oral pleasure to intercourse. It feels emotionally safer, more focused on connection than completion. And maintaining intimacy once a week isn't just healthy, it strengthens immunity, lowers stress, and boosts emotional stability. Single women? Many report more active sex lives than single men. Why? Because they own their desires without apology. They understand that pleasure is part of health, not shame. For couples trying to conceive, maintaining consistent, gentle intimacy for about 5 months is often recommended. And for men struggling with early climax, the stop and squeeze method remains one of the best. It's about mindfulness, feeling when your energy rises and learning to breathe, pause, and reset. Mastery is not about lasting forever, but about being present in every moment. When both partners start to understand these nuances, something magical happens. Pleasure deepens, trust strengthens. You stop performing and start connecting. Premature ejaculation is a challenge many men silently face, but it doesn't have to define you. It's a momentary imbalance, not a life sentence. In the comments below, I've shared a book that many have found life-changing, real, science-backed techniques to last longer and feel more in control. Grab your copy, read it, and start your transformation today. You deserve confidence, satisfaction, and connection that lasts. Now, as we near the end, here's a fascinating bit of history. Men are often most aroused in the morning, that's biology. And historically, it's usually the man who initiates the first kiss, while women tend to respond and deepen it. Toys and tools for intimacy aren't new inventions either, the oldest known ones, over 30,000 years old, were found in caves in Germany. Human curiosity for connection is as old as civilization itself. In modern times, women naturally seek partners who are strong, not just physically, but emotionally. Confidence mixed with empathy is magnetic. But a common mistake many men make? Pulling a woman's hair or head during oral sex without consent. Respect defines passion. Without mutual safety, there is no real desire, only tension. And if you ever consider inviting a third person into your intimacy, think carefully. Threesomes may sound adventurous, but they often awaken jealousy and insecurity. Real satisfaction comes from emotional safety, not competition. When using your fingers, listen to her cues. Her breathing, her words, her movements, they guide you better than any tutorial ever could. Kissing, too, is an art form. A meaningful kiss builds connection far more than words ever can. Without enough physical closeness, relationships dry up, emotional distance begins to grow, and sometimes it ends in infidelity. Watch how she moves, if she wraps her legs around you during intimacy. It's not just desire, it's her body asking for deeper closeness. Emotional and physical. Only a small percentage of women climax through penetration alone. So don't chase ego, chase connection. After orgasm, a woman may need minutes, even hours, to fully unwind. The spooning position, warm and protective, allows deep relaxation and closeness. If you're still watching at this point, type 2 in the comments. It lets me know you value these deeper conversations about love, passion, and presence. Women often feel more confident and sensual when wearing lingerie, not to impress, but to connect with their own femininity. Vibrators and toys, when used with awareness, can enhance a woman's comfort with her own body. Studies show women who explore their desires openly experience more frequent orgasms, fewer dysfunctions, and higher overall satisfaction. Understanding these small details doesn't just improve pleasure, it reshapes relationships. When you and your partner meet each other halfway, with respect, patience, and love, you create something rare, intimacy that feeds both body and soul. Because real pleasure is never just physical, it's emotional, psychological, and even spiritual. So, what have you learned today? What insight changed how you see intimacy? Share it in the comments. I love hearing from people who are willing to grow and reflect. And if this video helped you see things differently, show some love, hit like, share, and subscribe to Stoicism Drive. Your support helps us bring more honest, thoughtful conversations about desire, connection, and human nature. Together, we can redefine what real intimacy means, beyond the act, beyond the body, into something timeless and deeply human. Because the truth is simple, when you learn to understand pleasure, you also learn to understand love. And that understanding changes everything.